Hello, guys. Yes, thank you very much for tuning in. So, this time around, I want to take you through another concept, and this time around, we want to look at if functions. So, if functions are very, very important and are very, very useful. And how do they work? So, they help you, uh, take an action if a condition is met. So yep. So how do they work? For example, so for a quick task for us to help like practice this, so I take you through this. So for our data set, we've actually used it before for a different concept for one of the other videos on the channel. So this time around we have names, we have marks, as you can see here. Yes, and then the average. So this is performance for everyone, but then the average mark they got, and then of course the address where they stay and the class to which they belong. So of course, as a teacher, I would want to add a comment based on the average mark. So quick example, I think to help us understand, we want to you may want to add like excellent for every person that had a mark that is greater than x or greater than say 50, and then a different comment for those that didn't hit that mark, like the threshold. So for this example, we want to make it quite very, very simple. So how do I want to do it? Very fast, I would do, so let us do a quick one. So every person that has an average mark that is, what should we do? Okay, 70 and above, we are going to put a pass, and then any average mark that is below that, we want to put maybe failed. Let us try that. You can actually practice this on your own, and you can feel free to use any different comment, regardless regarding what you want. So how do they work? If open brackets, so you need to start with the logical expression. So that is the check you're doing. So our check this time round is going to be if this average mark is greater than 70. If it is greater than 70, then comma, put what you want to display under the comment if this condition is true. What do I mean? In other words, if the average mark, for example, for our case here, if the average mark is greater than 70, that is an example. You can use a different mark. But if it is greater than 70, and this is the greater than sign, like I showed you, I think, before. So if it is greater than 70, then put what you want. What do you want to put under the comment if this check is true? If it is a string, I'll put it in double quotes. I'll say, like we've said, if the average mark is greater than 70, put past. You understand? Uh, oh, we can even just do excellent. Okay, no, let us keep it past. Okay, then yeah, and then comma. Put what should be the value if this condition is false. Like if it has not been met, I'll put failed. Failed. As simple as that. Boom. So what does it show? Very simple. This is the simplest, if function. If a condition is met, for our case, if the average mark is less than, if it is greater than 70, sorry, put past. If it is false, if it doesn't meet this, then put for failed. So I'm going to just drag this to down, and it will apply the formula for all these people. And you can see all of them are above 70, and they all show past. Wow, I think I need to reduce this. So we have some failed. I will increase that to maybe we have some 90s. Okay, perfect. Yeah, no, let me put an 80 because I see we have no, let me put a 90. So if it is greater than 90, put past. So I'll do this. Perfect. So the formula has been applied to all these, and what does it show? It is simply checking if the average mark is greater than, if the average mark is greater than 90, put passed. If it is less than 90, if it doesn't meet the condition, put failed. And you can see it is working as expected. So you'll see here we have a 92, it will put a passed. Why? Because the average mark is above a 90 as a mark that we put. And then we still have a few past here, 90, 93, we have a 92, we have a 93, we have a 90 here. Now this, because it is a 90.2, it is definitely greater than 90. And then we have a 90.4 here, and then a 94. Yes, so this is the easiest way of doing this using an if function. And again, how does it help? Sometimes you want to put a comment for a comment in case a certain condition is met. Yes. So there is another. You can actually do a nested. This is what we call a nested if function. Now that is a bit advanced. So, and how does it work? You see here we're only doing one check, but now there are people, sometimes you want to do more than one checks. For example, those that are greater than 90, do something. Those that are greater than 80, show something. Then those that are completely below, then do something. So let us put another example here for that. I'll delete this. Now I think let me just leave it for reference. So here I'm going to put something very simple. So we are going to do those that are above 90, you're going to put passed. Those that are above 80, you're going to put tried. You're above 80 but you're not 90, you understand? And then those that are below 80, they will be failed. Let us try that. Equal sign, and these are some of the common cases. Equal sign, if, so you check the initial one. If the average is greater than 90, we said if it is greater than 90, we are going to put, if it is true, we are going to put past. This person has passed. Then put a comma. So for a nested, instead of quickly running to a false, since you want to check more conditions, you're going to still put an if. If still this is greater than 80, so this time I'm doing 80, we want to put, if it is true, we want to put, we say tried. Okay, and then if everything has failed, that is when you put the false. So I'll put, we said this should be failed, and so I'm going to close. Now this is where you're most likely going to get an issue when you're closing. You need to make sure, actually the trick I do is to count how many open brackets do I have, and then it should tally with the number of closed brackets. So this time around I have 1, 2, I have only 2 open. So the closed is going to, I'll just add 1, 2 for it to be able to close everything, and I'll put that. So let us check it. If someone is above 80 but not 90, it is going to be tried. If someone is 90 and above, it will put a passed. If someone is below 80, like 71, it will put failed. Well, there are more advanced if functions, but for now I think I'll leave it at that. Feel free to reach out in my inbox or comment if you have any challenging you, and I'll be able to support. Thank you. Sign out.